Get to the tariff story. Trump says the 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico imports, as well as the additional 10% on China, they are in effect as of today. Canada immediately responded with counter tariffs on U.S. products. China says it'll impose a 15% tariff on U.S. farm products. Mexico's president says retaliatory tariffs are coming on Sunday. Basically, we've got a trade war. Look at futures. Plenty of red ink. Investors don't like this. Charles Payne with us this morning. The problem here is that we don't know how long the tariff war will last, and we don't know its impact on the economy. That's the problem, right?
It's a problem, but I think the scare tactics are more of a problem for individual investors than anything else. You know, on Thursday, every Thursday we come out with the American Association of Individual Investors, the survey. So this last Thursday we saw bearishness go to 60%, the fourth highest in the last 30 years. The three prior times that it did that, the S&P was off the high, 49%, 35%, and 30%. You know how much it was off the high last Thursday? 3%. So this constant pounding and fear-mongering has really worn into sort of investor psyche, particularly the retail investor psyche. I think we're also missing something else being crowded out with these tariff headlines, and that's a weakening economy. I think Scott Bessent is 100% right when he says this administration inherited a recession. In fact, that was the reason we got the election outcome that we got. The top 10% of Americans are doing 50% of the spending. That has masked a lot of pain out there. And now a lot of those economic numbers. Look at the GDP now. Thursday, it was we were looking at first quarter, 2.3%. Friday, it was a negative 1.5%. Yesterday, it was negative 2.8%. That's not all trade. That, and we're seeing dramatic, just free falls. Now, some of this is early in the first quarter, but this is scary stuff. So there's a lot more going on, a lot more substantial things going on besides tariffs, because listen, this is soft data. They haven't hit yet.
True.
Right? So the economic data that's moving the markets are in place and moving in the wrong direction.
Tell me about the strategic crypto reserve, because you look at the cryptos. When the president announced this strategic reserve, cryptos went straight up. Now they've come all the way back down again. Bitcoin's at 82,000. The crypto reserve got a lot of heavy criticism.
Yeah. Almost everything Trump's going to do is going to get heavy criticism. The only reason it got criticism within the crypto community, per se, is the addition of some coins that people think are, don't have the sort of the gravitas of a Bitcoin. I think a lot of folks would like to see this Bitcoin only, and I think these other ones, the Cardonas of the world, will be a very small portion of this. I think this will be primarily driven by Bitcoin, and ultimately, within that community, it's well received. And listen, remember when George Bush wanted to do something in Social Security and with respect to the stock market, and that was not well received? Right. If you ever go back and look and see if we had actually invested this money into the market, rather than whatever the hell we did with it, this insolvency problem would probably be so much marginalized by now. It'd be minimized so drastically from where it is right now. All
right, Charles, thanks for joining us this morning.
You got it.
We will watch you, believe it or not, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, making money. You've got a special guest.
Very special guest.
Former UK Prime Minister Liz Truss. Yeah. Very interesting.